Hello, everyone. I hope you are happy today. You will hear a very good story. It is the story of Buddha. He was a man. His lessons helped more than 500 million people in the world. People know him in China, Japan, India, Nepal, Thailand, Vietnam, and other places. His life still helps many people today. But there is something very special. This story is not just a story from the past. This story is also for you. Yes, you. His lessons are not just for special people. They are not just for people from a long time ago. His lessons can help you today. It is for everyone. It does not matter where you are from. It does not matter what your problems are. In this video, we will learn about his life. We will learn about when he was born, his problems, and how he looked for the truth. And when you listen, you will also learn better English. Yes, when you hear this story, you will learn new words and important lessons for your life. If you want to learn from Buddha's story and learn English in a fun way, please subscribe to our channel. Here we have good stories and good lessons. They will help you learn better English. So, relax and get ready. This story will help you think in a new way. It will also help you speak better English. Let's start. Chapter 1. A Prince of Born. A long time ago, there was a place called Lumbini. It is in Nepal now. A baby boy was born there. This baby boy changed the world. His name was Siddhartha Gautama. Later, people in the world called him Buddha. Buddha means the one who understands. His father was King Siddhartha. His mother was Queen Maya. They were the leaders of the Shakya people. When he was born, something very special happened. The story says that his mother, Queen Maya, was in a beautiful garden. She held the baby. The trees bent down. Flowers grew everywhere around her. This showed that the child was special. The baby Siddhartha was beautiful. His face was bright like the moon. When he was born, a wise person said something. He said the baby would be a great king, or he would be a teacher who brings peace to the world. But the king, his father, had a different idea. He did not want Siddhartha to be a teacher about life. He wanted him to be a strong king like him. So, the king gave Siddhartha a very nice life. He kept him inside the palace. He gave him good teachers, nice clothes, and everything he wanted. The palace had beautiful gardens, many helpers, and fun things to do. Siddhartha had a happy life there. There was no sadness or problems. His father thought that if Siddhartha did not see the world outside, he would not know about bad things in life. Then he would want to be a king. Siddhartha grew up. He was very handsome and kind. Many people liked him. He had everything. He had money, a nice home, good friends, and a family that loved him. But he felt something was not right. He felt something was missing. One day, Siddhartha wanted to see more. He asked his father, "Can I go outside the palace?" His father did not want to, but he said yes. He thought Siddhartha would see the world and feel happy to be in the palace. So, Siddhartha went on his trip. He was happy to see outside. But what he saw that day changed his life. He went through the city streets. He saw new things. He never saw them before. First, he saw an old man. The man walked slowly. His face was tired and his skin had lines. Siddhartha was surprised. He never saw an old person before. He asked his helper, "What is this?" The helper said, "This happens to everyone. We all get old and not strong." Siddhartha did not understand. He never thought about getting old. He thought life was always perfect. He thought everyone was always happy. They went on. Then Siddhartha saw something that made him sad. He saw a sick man on the road. The man was in pain. Siddhartha asked, "What is wrong with him?" The helper said, "This is sickness. Sickness can happen to anyone, rich or poor." Siddhartha felt very sad. He learned the world was not perfect. People get old, people get sick, and people die. His good life in the palace felt like a dream. The world outside was very different. But he saw more. He saw a dead person on the ground. People were crying. Siddhartha asked, "What is this?" The helper said, "This is death. Everyone will die one day." Siddhartha felt a big pain in his heart. He knew everyone must get old, get sick, and die. Even if you are rich or strong, you cannot stop these things. Last, they saw a monk. He was sitting under a tree. He was calm. He had no money, no family, and no palace. He wore simple clothes. He was very calm. He had a happy smile. Siddhartha asked, "Who is this man? Why is he so calm?" The helper said, "He is a good man. He looks for the truth. He is calm because he does not want many things. He accepts that life has good and bad parts." Then Siddhartha made a big choice. He decided to leave the palace and his family. He wanted to go on a trip. He wanted to find the truth of life. He wanted to know why people are sad and how they can find peace. Chapter 2. Siddhartha looks for the truth. Siddhartha saw many things in the city. After that, he could not go back to his easy life. The palace, the nice things, and everything he knew felt not important now. He knew life was more than just fun. He had to find the truth to stop sadness. Seeing old age, sickness, and death made him feel something new inside. Siddhartha felt he must find answers to his questions about life. He had everything: money, family, love, but it was not enough. He believed real happiness was outside the palace. But one more thing made him feel heavy in his heart. Siddhartha had a beautiful wife named Yasodhara. They had a young son named Rahula. Siddhartha loved his family very much. Yasodhara was his wife and his best friend. They had many happy times, but even though he loved them, he could not forget what he saw outside. He could not forget that people were sad. He could not forget that people get old and die. He needed to find peace. He thought the only way was to leave everything and find answers. One night, his wife and son were sleeping. Siddhartha made a hard choice. He knew what to do, but it was difficult. Leaving his family was a very hard thing to do, but it was the only way to find the answers he wanted. Siddhartha left the palace quietly. He did not want to wake his wife or son. He did not want them to stop him. He knew they loved him, but he knew he had to go his own way to find the truth. When he left the palace, he felt very sad. He looked back one last time at his old life, but he could not go back. When he went outside, he became a person who leaves everything behind. He wanted to find a deeper truth. Buddha left his palace when he was 29 years old. Siddhartha walked for many days and nights. He only had his clothes. He went to a forest. He met many good men there. They also left their homes to find answers about life. These men believed the way to find truth was to not have nice things and to suffer. They did not eat for a long time. Their life was hard. They sat still for many hours to think. They thought that being in pain would make them clean inside and help them understand life better. Siddhartha joined them. He did what they did. For years, he lived a very hard life. He sat and thought for many hours. He did not eat much, and he made his body very tired. He thought this would help him find the real truth. But after a long time, he learned something important. A hard life was not the answer. He got very weak. His body was very thin. He could not stand well. But his mind was still not calm. He learned that a very hard life did not help him find answers. It only made him feel pain and very tired. One day, Siddhartha fell down. He was very hungry and weak. A woman named Sujata saw him near a river. She gave him some milk with rice. Siddhartha ate it and was thankful. The food made him feel better. He understood that a balanced life was the way to find peace. Not eating and having a very hard life were not the right way. He needed to care for his body and mind in a good, balanced way. So Siddhartha tried a new way to find answers. He knew that peace did not come from a hard life, and it did not come from a very easy life. It came from finding a middle way. This way was balanced. In this way, you can live life, but not hold on too tight to the good things or the bad things. Now, Siddhartha went to a place called Bodhi Gaya. He sat under a special tree. Today, we call it the Bodhi tree. He sat there to think until he found the answers. This was a very important time in his life. He found a good spot under the tree, sat down, and made a promise. He promised he would not get up until he found the truth. He was very sure this was his final choice. He would sit and think until the answers came to him. For 7 days, Siddhartha sat under the tree. He thought very hard and looked inside his heart. But it was not easy. While he was thinking, a bad spirit named Mara came. Mara wanted to stop him from finding the truth. Mara sent storms, rain, and beautiful women to bother him. But Siddhartha stayed calm and strong. He did not let Mara bother him. He kept thinking, and slowly he felt something bigger and better. Siddhartha finally understood. He understood the truth of life. His mind was free. He had found perfect understanding. He felt peace inside. He understood life and why people are sad. He became the Buddha, the one who was awake. The path he was looking for, the middle way, was now clear. Siddhartha looked for answers for a long time, but the answers were always inside him. By thinking deeply, he understood the 4 noble truths and the 8-fold path. These lessons became the most important part of his life's work. The Buddha's first lesson was to tell others about the 4 noble truths. He wanted to help everyone understand why they are sad and how to stop it.
Here are the important truths. 1. There is sadness. Life has sad parts like body pain, sad feelings, getting old, and dying. No one can run away from these problems. 2. Sadness has a reason. The reason for sadness is wanting things. We are sad because we want things like money, fame, love, and other things. We hold on to ideas, people, and what happens. When they change or go away, we feel sad. 3. Sadness can end. The good news is that sadness can stop. If we stop wanting so many things, we can find peace inside. This does not mean leaving the world. It means changing how we feel about the world. 4. The way to end sadness. To end sadness, we can follow the Eightfold Path. This is a guide to live a good life with balance, wisdom, and kindness. The Eightfold Path has right view to understand life, sadness, and the truth. Right intention to make choices with kindness and wisdom. Right speech to speak the truth and be kind. Do not lie or say bad words. Right action to do good things and not bad things. Right livelihood to choose a job that does not hurt others. Right effort to try to be good and avoid being bad. Right mindfulness to pay attention to now, to know your thoughts and feelings. Right concentration to think deeply and focus your mind. These lessons are the start of Buddhism. The Buddha believed everyone could follow this path and find peace. It did not matter who they were or where they were from. It was about changing yourself. It was for everyone. Buddha's first students. After he understood, Buddha knew he had to share his new wisdom. The world needed to hear it. He went to the city of Varanasi. There, he met his first 5 students. They were the men who lived a hard life with him before. They saw him suffer a lot and thought he had stopped looking for truth. But now, Buddha was full of wisdom. At first, they did not believe him. How could this man teach a new way? But when Buddha spoke, they listened. His words were strong, calm, and full of wisdom. Buddha told them about the 4 Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. He said they did not need a hard life to find peace. Instead, they needed to be mindful, kind, and wise. Balance was the answer, not a very hard or very easy life. Slowly, his students understood. They knew Buddha had found the way to end sadness. They wanted to follow him. Buddha's first 5 students became the first group of his followers. This group is called the Sangha. Together, they would share his lessons with the world. Buddha's kind heart. Buddha's lessons were special not just because of his wise words, but because of his kind heart. Buddha did not just want to share ideas, he wanted to help people change their lives. He did not just talk about his lessons, he lived them every day. Buddha showed people that if they followed his lessons, they could change their sadness into peace. He helped many people. He helped rich kings and poor people. He helped young children and old men. He helped them find real happiness and peace inside. A very beautiful part of Buddha's lessons is that he did not judge people. He welcomed everyone. It did not matter if they were rich or poor or what they believed. He believed everyone could find understanding. He treated everyone with love and respect. Buddha's family and the middle way. Even on his journey to find answers, Buddha did not forget his family. His wife, Yashohadara, and his son, Rahula, were still in the palace. When they heard Siddhartha was now the Buddha, they felt very emotional. Before, Yashohadara shared his dreams, but now she understood why his journey was important. Yashohadara was very moved. She knew Siddhartha left everything to help everyone. He wanted to bring peace to the world. Yashohadara also became an important person in the group of Buddha's followers. She learned that real happiness does not come from money or things. It comes from peace inside and kindness. Rahula also became a monk.
He followed his father's way to find understanding. Buddha kept traveling. Many years passed. His lessons went to many places. More and more people learned from him, not just in his home country, but in many other places too. He did not just teach with words. He taught by how he lived. He was simple, calm, and very kind. He wanted people not just to listen. He wanted them to understand, to try the lessons, and to feel the change themselves. His followers were all different. They were rich and poor people, kings and beggars, men and women. Buddha welcomed everyone. His message was for everyone. It did not matter what group, how much money, or what country you were from. His lessons were strong because he could connect with all kinds of people. His words were simple, but very deep. His life was the best example of his message. Chapter 3: The Last Trip and the Death of Buddha. As Buddha's life was ending, he knew his time was near. His body was old. He felt the pain that comes with old age. But even with the pain, he was still calm and peaceful. This showed his lessons were true. He was very wise and kind. His death, just like his life, had important lessons for his followers. In his last year, Buddha went to a place called Kushinagar. It was a quiet town in India. There, in the beautiful nature, he would die. He had traveled for a long time. He went to many places and shared his lessons. Everywhere he went, people came to see him. They wanted to hear the man who helped so many people. They loved and respected him. As Buddha walked, he knew he would die soon, but he was not afraid. He was not afraid of death. For Buddha, death was not scary or sad. It was a normal part of life, like being born and growing up. He was calm when he faced death. This showed his lessons. Accept that things change and live your life without holding on too tight to anything, not even life. Buddha's last meal. Before he got to Kushinagar, Buddha stopped in a village. A man named Kunda gave him food. Some books say the food was bad or had poison. Buddha was always calm. He ate the food. He did not complain. He was thankful. The food made Buddha's stomach hurt a lot, but he was not angry. He taught his students a last lesson. Nothing in life stays forever, not even pain or sickness. He said that body pain is a part of life, but your mind can stay calm. You can be calm if you pay attention and do not hold on to things. The bad food made him very sick. His body got weaker. His body was in a lot of pain, but his mind was still strong and calm. This showed that his lessons were strong. Even when things outside are bad, we can be calm inside. Buddha's last words. When Buddha was dying, his good students were with him. His mind was clear and his heart was calm. His last words were very important lessons. He looked at his students and said in a calm voice, "Be your own light. Work hard. You must find your own way to peace. Nothing in the world stays forever. Everything comes and goes. Your life is short. Find your own freedom. The truth is inside you." These words were a last message for his students and followers. He did not tell them to depend on things or other people. Instead, he told them to look inside themselves for answers. He told them to find their own truth and to work to be free from sadness. He invited them to live a life with wisdom and kindness. He wanted them to be the boss of their own mind and actions. Buddha died in peace. He entered a state called parinirvana. It is a final peace. He was free from the circle of being born and dying. His death was a very calm and peaceful moment. It showed everything he taught in his life. Even when he died, he was an example of his lessons. That things change. We must accept it and we must be mindful. His followers were very sad. They did not know what to do next. Buddha showed them the way, but now he was gone. They learned that his most important lesson was not just his words. It was the way he lived his life. Buddha was a teacher, but more important, his life was an example. He showed how to face sad times, how to find understanding, and how to live a life with peace, love, and kindness. Buddha's life and lessons were a bright light for many people. It helped them find their own way to peace and understanding. His message about kindness, being mindful, and how everything changes is still important today. His lessons started a very big and important religion in the world, Buddhism. Buddha's story is not just about one man. It is a story for all people. It is a story about problems, change, and being happy. It is a story that will help people for many years. It reminds us that we are strong. We can get through hard times and find peace. At the end of Buddha's amazing story, we have his important lessons. These lessons still help many people around the world. His life is a story for everyone. It reminds us that we can find peace, wisdom, and kindness, even when we have problems. Buddha taught that life has problems, but how we act with those problems shows who we are. His message was simple but strong. Sadness is a part of life, but it is not who you are. We can be happy, find peace, and live a life with wisdom and love. He showed us that with peace inside, we can overcome our problems. We can make a world that is kind and understanding. Let's think about 3 of Buddha's most important lessons. They can make our lives better. Buddha's life lessons. Be present. Buddha taught that real peace is in this moment. Do not think about the past or worry about the future. Focus on today. Pay attention to your life. Enjoy each moment. Let go of things. To be free, we must let go. Buddha showed that nothing stays forever. Holding on to things or people can bring pain. Learn to live with a free and open heart. Do not be tied to things. Live with kindness and love. Buddha's lessons tell us to show love and kindness to all people and animals. When we are kind, our kindness spreads to others. This helps make the world a better place. So what can we learn from Buddha's amazing story? We learn that we can be like Buddha. We can face our problems with wisdom, calm, and a peaceful heart. We can change our lives, even when we have big problems. Buddha's story is not just for him. It is for every person. It shows that we can be happy and find peace inside. So today, remember Buddha's lessons. Live now, let things go, be loving and kind. Know that you can make your own peace and happiness. Thank you for being here today to learn about Buddha's life. I hope his story helps you. Remember, you can change your story. You have the power to change your life. We will keep learning and growing together. See you tomorrow. We will learn more lessons and stories to help you have a better life. Until then, be peaceful, be wise, and be kind. You can make the life you dream of.